Good morning, I'm Masukho on eNCA DSTV channel 403. This is the weekend edition of Today. We start here. The 2021 Easter long weekend sure is better than the last, as people are allowed to travel. During this time last year, South Africa was on level 5 of the lockdown, the harshest. Under that level, not even interprovincial travel was allowed. Let's find out how it's looking and if people took advantage to travel this long weekend with Thania Dhoogra from the N3 Toll Concession. Thania, thank you very much for your time. Now, first of all, just let us know, we know the N3 is already one of our very busiest roads in South Africa, that national road taking people to many parts of the country. How did it look this year compared to last year?
Well, it was a completely different landscape in 2021 compared to 2020, Masukho. So, yeah, definitely a big change. We've seen significant traffic volumes with lots of people, as you say, taking advantage of the ability to travel interprovincially, with really high traffic volumes of around 1,800 vehicles an hour traveling on Easter Friday, on Good Friday.
We also do know that a lot of people were probably a little anxious about that family meeting that people were not sure would happen, when it would happen. So I'm assuming some people took advantage to travel even before the Easter long weekend began, so that if the president decides that no interprovincial or out of the country travel would be allowed, that they've already left.
Yeah, that's true. What we saw was that a lot of people started their traveling on Thursday already, from as early as probably around 5 o'clock in the morning, because we had really high traffic volumes of approximately 1,400 vehicles an hour heading down towards the coast from as early as 5 o'clock in the morning. And that extended pretty much until 9 p.m. that evening. And then the same trend continued on Good Friday until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Describe to us how bleak it was during the level 5 lockdown, when we were not allowed to go anywhere and basically your employees at all those toll plazas just sat there not receiving any motorists.
Well, we were very fortunate that with our heavy vehicles still being allowed to transport, especially as essential services, that it wasn't completely zero traffic on the N3. But it was, as I said, a completely different landscape, very unusual from the typical where everyone's constantly on their toes. But, as with all South Africans, we're a very resilient nation, and my toll collection staff are no different. They were ready to accept the traffic as soon as it hit them.
Now, we are, of course, expecting people to return to their homes for job reasons, etc. On Monday, that's tomorrow, but also it's school holidays, so some people might not necessarily be coming back, and they took the advantage to take their children away for the school holidays. Do you have any idea in terms of numbers, if you can describe to us in terms of numbers comparing to last year?
Well, our forecast at this stage is that the traffic volumes should increase from tomorrow morning. It should steadily build up from 6 o'clock and really reach a peak between 9 o'clock and about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But it will extend into the later parts of the afternoon. We're expecting highs of around 3,600 vehicles an hour, just bearing in mind that we expect everybody to sort of travel back today on the same day. But it's difficult to tell at this stage, as you say, because of the holidays extending as well.
All right, Thania Dhoogra, thank you so much for your time here on eNCA. Of course, Thania Dhoogra is from the N3 Toll Concession.